And I'd say don't hold your plans so tightly.
Oh,
Hold them loosely in your hands because you might miss the opportunity for something God is putting right in front of you. If you hold on too tightly to your plans and your expectations and your dreams and what you think everything should look like, you can miss out on beautiful opportunities that God's giving you.
Welcome to Dream Small, where we believe God does big things through the small and everyday faithfulness of His people. I'm Jason.
And I'm Whitney. We're a family of 8 who's fostered, adopted, and stumbled our way through learning that small, everyday choices can change lives.
In a world that tells you to chase big, we dare you to dream small.
Because you know what? It's not about chasing fame. It's about choosing faithfulness. Hi, everybody.
we're back.
We're back. It has been
Whitney's back.
A lot more than a minute.
Back again.
Are you trying to be like Backstreet's back right now?
Eminem.
No, it was Backstreet.
No, Shady's back again.
Okay, I'm thinking Backstreet's back. All right.
You strike me more as a Backstreet type. All right, come on.
We're back.
Yeah, we took a little bit of a hiatus there.
Yeah, remember that last episode when, we were going on vacation and...
So just assume everybody hasn't listened to the last episode.
Okay.
So we're talking about our family trip we're taking.
We're recording this episode in the middle of August 2026. The last episode, we've been over a year.
We intentionally took a break.
I'm not there yet.
Oh,
For over a year, we have very well stuck to our scheduled plan for the most part of
we stuck to our scheduled
recording
plan.
And releasing a podcast every week for over a year in the midst of everything of life. And then we went on vacation in June and we recorded a podcast literally minutes before leaving for vacation with our 3 oldest because I just felt really compelled to record a podcast and explain why we were only going on vacation with 3 kids instead of 6. And during that podcast, Jason, what were some of the things we talked about?
Some of the things you said were, can I tell you something? I said, nah, sure. I'm trying to get baby fever. Oh, okay. Then I realized we were going on a trip and trips historically
Equal
precede a new placement.
Mm-hmm.
So we went on our vacation, had a really fun vacation. It was great, and it worked out exactly how we wanted, the intended outcome you wanted.
It was wonderful. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
And in Indiana, school goes back in July.
Mm-hmm.
So we got back from family trip, very quickly transitioned to back to school.
Well, we very quickly transitioned back to, oh my word, we only have a couple more weeks of summer left.
Right. Yeah.
Wanting to kind of like soak in those moments with the kids and, just get back to life and enjoy summer.
And then what happened on a Friday morning, the second week of July?
You're talking about the phone call?
Yeah. The text message.
That was a Thursday morning.
What Thursday morning?
Yeah. Thursday morning.
Thank you. That makes a very important distinction in our story.
It matters.
Go ahead.
7 a.m. on a Thursday morning. I got a text message. Hold on. I'm actually going to pull it up to read it because it's just that funny. Like 7 a.m. on Thursday, July 9th. Good morning. Any chance you are looking for a pre-adoptive or foster a baby boy? He's precious and easy, but has a G-tube, 1-year-old. If not, do you know anyone? That was at 7:06 a.m.
Who's it from?
Well, I'm going to get there.
Oh, so first of all, the text message is funny because are you looking for? Like, no, I'm never looking for a foster kid. Like, that's not, I understand her question, but that made me giggle. Just listen to you read it. Like, are you looking for? No, I'm not looking for any foster kids.
Right.
Go ahead.
And it's just funny. This message came from a woman I hadn't spoken to in about 6 years. It was Leah's former nursing case manager from her case when she was having visits with her biological mother. And because of her medical needs, there would be a visit facilitator and a nursing case manager to kind of make sure that her medical needs were being met, train and equip mom at the same time. And this woman reached out to me asking me this question. And I haven't talked to her in forever. And she said, I went to bed praying about a potential home for this family, for this child. And she said, I woke up and God put Jason and Whitney Small in my mind. She was like, I don't even know how I knew your husband's name. But so I was like, oh my word. Jason was still at home that morning. He hadn't left for work yet. And I was like, Jason, she messaged me this like at 7 a.m. It isn't even her job to find a placement. Like God's telling her something. Like we've got to at least listen to what she has to say.
Well, I don't think we needed convinced that strongly to consider it, because I think my response was, I don't have a good reason to say no.
After we spoke to her, you said that.
Yeah, I don't. We both were open to it, as we've shared. We typically start with yeses and get to knows. So it was the default answer is yes. And
Well, it felt crazy either way.
Everything we do is
we weren't planning on. We thought we were done at 6
ish,
right?
Yeah. God did not
That's
consider.
how God is, right?
God did not consider our perspective on if we were done at 6.
He knows what he's going to do. We know God's going to do what God's going to do. But yeah, so we talked with her on the phone that morning.
We should add this little guy was coming from another foster home. He's been in foster care since he was born, and he's 16 months ish.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, go ahead. Walk him through the story.
So yeah, we spoke with her on the phone for probably 45 minutes, and we got off the phone and she answered all of our questions. And, Jason and I were like, well, we'll talk and, I'll let you know, we'll pray on it. Which for us, and Jason looked at me after when we got the phone and he goes, the only reasons I have to say no would be purely selfish. So I can't say no. He said, ultimately, it's up to you. It impacts you a lot more. It impacts your, day to day, your life a lot more. Because he knew, like, I'd be at home with 2 1-year-olds and a 2-year-old, and then juggling 4 kids in school, which, we're coming into school season at that point. So, but yeah, and I was like, well, geez, Jason, say that. Like, I can't top that. Like he's telling me
I'm all in for this baby boy.
The only reason
if you want to say
no. Yeah, he's like, the only reason I'd have to say no are purely selfish. I'm like, oh, thanks.
If you want to say no, I guess you can, but geez. Yeah.
So I messaged her back and I was like, we're a yes unless God closes this door.
Yeah. So we said yes. What's also funny is, maybe not funny, ironic funny, is I was headed to my annual boys hillbilly weekend trip over to Ohio with 2 of my buddies
when he needed to come here
on that following Thursday, and he was coming here. He came here on that Friday. So Whitney started the journey with this new little guy and 6 other kids by herself for about 48 hours.
Yeah, that was fun.
So yeah, we're now a foster family, adoptive family, biological family, just all kinds of families of 9. Me and Whit, and then 7 kids, 3 of whom are 2 and under.
Yeah. How about that? Do you want to talk about how many diapers I change in a day? I thought about that. I was like, if it didn't feel nasty, I would just like pile them up over the course of one day.
Gross.
And just leave them in like a cute little basket in the living room and just like be like, look what I did today.
Well, I mean, just when I come home alone, the number of diapers I change, we get like a little assembly line going.
Literally, yeah.
It's
give
me that
funny.
one. Give me that one.
Anyway. But yeah, and then, just as life would have it, he came. And are you okay with me sharing this? You looked at me like funny.
No, I was looking at our notes. Just, go. Yeah, no.
Which I haven't looked at all. This
is absolutely part of the story. Yeah.
And this is another reason we were like, well, we're just going to have to keep hitting pause on everything. This impacted quite a bit of things. But he came and he had these scabs all over his cute little hands and his arms. And Zeph Sam's like, oh, yeah, he just had hand, foot, and mouth. Like at placement, she's literally handing him to me. And she says that. And I was like, what? And she goes, oh, he's not contagious anymore. It's okay. Everything's scabbed over. I was like, okay.
Had hand, foot, and mouth was doing a lot of work there because we quickly found out that it was not had hand, foot, and mouth.
It was definitely still contagious because
2 of our kiddos got it.
We were at the state fair with Leah the next week. And guess who spiked a fever? And then who excitedly told me the next day, Mommy, look at all my polka dots.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
I mean, that was coming. That was right up against when school was starting. Luckily,
and we had to make. We've recorded before about Lainey's Love's blood drive.
Oh, yeah.
We had that scheduled for the 25th of July. Yeah.
I had to cancel.
We had to. Leah's polka dots appeared the night before Lainey's blood drive, so we had to postpone that and last minute shuffle everything around and tell all the donors that sorry, we have to find a new date because no one wants to come around our family right now. It was awful.
And Leah, she was a game time decision on whether or not we send her off to school on her first day because she was healing up, no fever, she was acting good, but she still had the spots, and if the spots are still, for lack of a better word, wet, you can't send them to school. And luckily, all hers scabbed over, and everything we read and were told said once they scab over, they're good. And so we sent her off to school. Hopefully, none of her classmates got hand, foot, and mouth.
Well, I mean, if they did, it's not on us; it's on her nurse. Like, thankfully, Leah has a nursing case manager through Medicaid. I always say that wrong. Medicaid. Yeah. She's on the family support waiver, and the health and wellness waiver. Anyway. That doesn't really matter. Her nurse was here at the house visiting her the day before school started. And, I talked to Leslie about this hand, foot, and mouth situation. She looked at Leah's scabs. And Leslie said, no scab, no school. So she set the groundwork. So it didn't even have to be me being mean. I didn't have to feel like the parent for once. I didn't have to make a decision.
She totally took ownership.
Leslie took ownership and just
we really like Leslie.
Laid the path down for
She's
Leah,
one of those older gals that kind of says and does what she wants, but she's lovely.
She's wonderful.
She's lovely. She's awesome. Has a real fun, spunky personality, a little great personality.
Yeah, she doesn't mess around.
So we're all back to school now.
Yeah, school happened. Those 2 weeks of getting 4 kids
you did really good.
4 different schools was a lot. The back to school supply list was a lot. I'm not going to lie.
Well, it sounds like you built
now the fact that I have this surplus of back to school supplies and I don't know how and why because I made this spreadsheet and we bought exactly what was on it. And then all of a sudden it's I could actually send another kid back to school based on all the supplies I have left.
Yeah. If you're from out of state that goes back to school at a normal time, send us a message and
I got you.
We might be able to ship you some school supplies. Summer was good. We thought we intentionally tried to, by we, I mean, Whitney tried to make summer slow down and have us just kind of focus and really spend July doing what we wanted to do as a family, right? And well, we did. Not to say we didn't happen. It didn't do, but we still had to change course.
And summer was still good.
Oh, it's great.
We had it's funny,
too hot.
The big kids always think about what are the craziest stories I could tell my friends when we go back to school. If the teacher asks what's the wildest thing that happened to you this summer, and the kids always point out oh, we can tell them this story and oh, we can tell them this story. And it's just cool because I'm you have plenty of things you can offer up.
So we transitioned into accepting our little guy. We said, yes, we did the Dream Small thing, and we started not intentionally making more content to share with you guys without that being the reason. So, yeah.
We've just been quiet because we've been living it, right?
Yeah, we've been living it. Just to give you an idea of just how things have gone. Yesterday was the planned day to record this episode. I was up at 4
on a Friday morning,
30. Got up, coffee, set up all of our stuff. And lo and behold, every kid in the house woke up at 5:15.
Not exaggerating. We had all the babies up by 5:40 out of bed.
The only kids that weren't up were our big ones.
Yeah, the ones who had to be up to get ready for school.
Yeah. So let me real quick pause here. If you're new to this, like the show, follow the show, share the show. I feel like
I should be playing some kind of music right here that encourages people to act. Okay. Lainey was telling me last night that food signs are typically red because it makes people think they're hungry and they have to go. A lot of fast food signs are red.
She's in student media, so she thinks
and then green is supposed to make you think it's healthy. That's why Subway's green. I feel I need to have music here that elicits people to want to like and follow
What
our
color
show.
music would you play?
Yellow.
Great. Yellow music. So yeah, please like, share, follow the show. And just so you know, we're pausing on the whole YouTube video thing because we wanted to get going, and that takes more time because I'm still learning that. We'll get back to there eventually, but it'll be on YouTube still. It just won't be a live video. It'll be.
Yeah, we're just baby stepping, getting back.
Yeah,
I mean, everything, we don't put in a whole lot of effort behind the podcast, but Jason does. And Jason's capacity right now is just a little bit smaller because when he gets home, I need him. So
the greetings when I get home from work, typically the dog greets me first. Then the 2-year-old and the 1-year-old both kind of come over and greet me.
Yeah.
And then Whitney. And
I don't get I let that happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't.
I would love to greet you before that, but
yeah.
I can't. There's no way. Like, there's no point to fight the little people
You'd have
and
to
the
fight
dog.
through the dog and the 2 of the little people.
Jason last night, Friday evening. I've been with the kids all week. He says, "Do you want me to stop for dinner on the way home?" He already asked him to pick up Lady from soccer at the end of soccer, so that has him getting home later than normal. And then he says, "Do you want me to stop and pick up dinner?" I'm like, "No, I want you home."
Get home.
I want your hands here to help with babies. I want you home. If we need dinner, I will leave and go get dinner.
I am leaving. We don't need dinner, but I'm leaving. I'm just going to drive around. We, as we were talking about this episode, we just figured we would do just like, so you guys know, there's going to be, I don't think any big, giant takeaways for anybody. Maybe we'll get there, but
you never know.
It's kind of a life update from us while we were gone for so long and the craziness that has ensued. And
I know you all miss our voices so much.
Actually, yesterday, my former UPS rep called me because I had called her about business stuff.
Yeah.
And she said, "Hey, when are you and your wife going to start recording again? I miss listening to you guys."
No way. Yeah. Aw. Well, thanks.
And
that's nice.
Her name is Cass.
Aw.
Yeah. And I told her, it's like, funny you say that. We actually tried this morning, and the reason why we haven't recorded happened.
Right.
I mean, even as we're recording now at 6:00 on a Saturday morning, our 4-year-old's upstairs raving.
Mm-hmm.
Like just talking. Jeez. So what else can we talk about our newest little guy?
I think it's worth talking about some of the amazing, blessings that we've had and affirmations that we've had.
Yes, I definitely wanted to talk about that. Thank you for remembering to do that. So as we were during springtime, our church launched care communities.
Yeah, this was the other reason you were like, we have to say yes. Like, this is very clearly, this timing isn't a coincidence. Okay, go ahead.
Our church launched care communities. We have been praying since we started foster care that our church, it would be considered a mega church. It's large. It's a good church, good people, good pastors, good Bible teaching. That our church would become more involved in foster care and adoption. Because we feel that is such a strong biblical call that. So Whitney is back from getting the toddler back to bed, and she reports our 3-year-old and our 4-year-old share a bedroom.
She's not 3.
She's almost 3. She'll be 3 in October. She's 2 and whatever. They were playing No More Monkeys jumping on the bed.
They were both bouncing on their beds, and that's what Braden's noise was. No more monkeys jumping on the bed, and his little high-pitched sing-songy voice.
At least they were having fun. So, springtime.
Nothing like a 6 a.m. jumping party.
Springtime. Our church launched care communities, and we were chosen to do one. So we've been going through the process.
We were chosen to be served by one.
What did I say?
To do one.
Yeah, we were chosen.
We're not actively doing much.
Sorry, you said that very poorly. We were chosen to be served by one. And that process has been ongoing, meet and greeting and all that. And in the middle of that process of getting that really stood up, in full force, is when we get this call.
No, not even. So the care community was finally.
I said the meet and greet that Saturday morning when we. That was the Saturday between when we got the call and when we got him.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't tell me no. I remember the timeline.
I thought you were saying in the middle of them just organizing the care community. I was like, no, it was beyond that. the care community was identified. There was people like
I said it was in effect. It was already going
in place to like, do
finish.
meals and childcare. And we were having our meet and greet the Saturday after we talked to my friend.
If you let me finish,
okay,
I probably will describe it. So this, when we get this call, Whitney and I knew this care community was in place and they were going to be serving us. And it wasn't like kind of serving us, like they're going, a lot of people were really, really serving us. The care community is in place doing amazing things. So we God was setting this up. He knew we were going to need to take in this little guy, obviously, months ago. So that was part of the reason.
He was like handing us this like plate full of support.
It was a fairly easy yes when we got the call and learned about little buddy. And it was fairly easy yes, because I'm like, we can't. Like, God's been setting this up.
Right. It still felt like a really big yes.
It is still a big yes. But just to give you some context of what this care community has done for us, we've talked about Mimi, also known as Stephanie. She's the grand poobah of our care community.
She's the leader who like helps organize all
People know what grand poobah means.
Okay.
And she's doing a wonderful job, and both kind of coordinating the care community and serving us still. Her and another gal are helping get Leah to school.
Leah and Braden
to school.
To save me from loading up 3 littles, the 2-year-old and 2 1-year-olds every single morning at 8 a.m. Yeah.
Stephanie's always helping pick up, stand at the house.
Our schedule, yeah, it's just because we have 4 kids in 4 different locations. Well, Braden's in 2 different locations, and then the 3 big kids are in 2 different schools. But none of them ride buses. I think I've talked about that before. Yeah. There's no buses. They're all in private school. And then Lainey's in soccer, and, Benny's doing robotics, and Leah has gymnastics. So there's always people
Somebody
to go
going
somewhere.
Some other things folks in this care community are doing for us. There is a guy that has offered to help mow the grass. Mm-hmm. He's taking Leah to gymnastics.
Yeah.
We're getting a meal once a week. There's a young couple that has graciously offered one Friday evening a month so that Whitney and I can go do a date night.
Yes. And let's stop there for a second. What's an amazing thing about this? Yeah. Remember I said this new placement has a G-tube, and he is fully G-tube fed. Like Leah has a G-tube, but like she's good. Like right now, hers is just for hydration when needed. We're phasing it out, which is another huge praise report in July. She had a swallow study. Yeah, she had a swallow study, and she's doing so well. So anyway.
So the swallow study, first time she's had 6 swallow studies since she's been with us? More? 10?
I don't know. It's been a lot.
She's had a bunch. We'll just say a lot.
She's always failed them.
Yeah. Always failed them. And this is the first one she's passed. So we're officially now in the weaning phase so she can get her G2.
Yeah.
Which is... this is going to be a podcast episode of it.
Yeah. So little buddy, in a lot of ways, he presents very similarly to baby Leah. And he is
Except he's a boy.
Except he's a boy, obviously.
Leah's a girl.
Except he is fully G-tube fed, though. Now, that makes it trickier to find babysitting because not everyone is confident or competent to use a G-tube, right? And
by the way, G-tubes, for all you foster parents out there that might get asked to take a baby with a G-tube, they sound scary and overwhelming. They're actually pretty simple once you learn how to use them.
Yeah.
Just as a side note.
Yeah. It's just the training that you need to get training and be comfortable with it, right? And all of the potential what ifs that come along with that. But this couple that signed up to graciously babysit for us once a month, all of our children.
7, just for clarity.
She is a pediatric nurse who, being a pediatric nurse, she knows G-tubes. Like, how good is God that the person who wants to watch our children once a month can take care of literally all of our children's physical needs? Amazing. Like, God knew, right? Yeah, I was like, this is like, how good is he?
Yeah.
So
it's funny. They're a really sweet young couple. She's a pediatric nurse, right? Kids don't faze her. She's used to it all. And her husband, they came over to babysit for us on a Sunday morning because one of our best friends and his daughter were getting baptized, and we want to go, obviously.
Right.
So and we didn't want to take our entire kids. It wasn't our church we typically attend. And they
don't always have kids ministry
and they don't
available.
always have kids
so I was like,
available.
we can't have all of them.
So they came over and I asked Ben, I was like, hey, how you doing with babies? He's like, I've never held one. I'm like, okay. Kudos to them, though, for jumping in. That takes a lot of guts to just... Anyway, we're back again. But yeah, it's been incredible that God was preparing that care community for us in advance so that we could accept this placement, and taking on this placement, there's just a little bit of the burden that would come with having a 7th kiddo, second of whom has a G-tube. We don't have to do it all by ourselves.
God is so good.
Yeah.
He's been so good to us.
It's great. Little guy has transitioned. I don't know if flawlessly is too strong of a word, but pretty flawlessly into our home. He's sleeps great. He's a really content kid. Our 2 little ones, him and our other 1-year-old, we've nicknamed Fat Man and Little Boy because one is very chubby and one is very not. But yeah, what else about our new placement?
That might be good for now. I mean, we could share more stuff later too.
Let's share just some, as we're kind of putting a bow on our We're Back episode. Share some of the ways our care community in 6 weeks they've been going full steam ahead. Some of the ways they've really blessed us, like your trip to the park, turkey run, just some of the other things that they've really helped with.
Yeah. Gosh, when was it? It was the week before Lainey and Benny started school. That week they started school on a Thursday.
Did you go Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. Oh, because Leah started the week. I was like, where was Leah? Leah started school a week early. All of our kids had a staggered start. Leah was already in school, and Stephanie said the foster baby, the new one, was at a visit, and Stephanie said, let me take the 2 other babies, the 1-year-old and 2-year-old, for the day so you can do something with Benny and Lainey and just have a fun day with them. She goes, would you like that? I was like, yes, I would love that. And yeah, so we got to go to a state park that's an hour and a half drive away. And we went on the most incredible hike, and it was the sweetest day. And I told Stephanie, like, they kept saying so much, like, thank you, Mommy. Thank you for taking us. Thank you, Mommy. Like, it meant so much to me, but seeing how much it also meant to them, right? Like, that time that they got with just Mommy was so special.
That state park, because I didn't get to go because I was out of PTO at work, so I had to go to work. And the state park, the pictures you guys sent, if you just got dropped down in there by some aliens, you would never guess that state park is in the middle of Indiana. There's like cliffs, not super tall.
Benny would tell you it's actually like really close to Illinois.
Yes, he made that very abundantly clear with me that he was. What other thing? I mean, just a meal every week has been helpful. Just that one meal where you
just the help. Like, I can pick up so-and-so, or I can take so-and-so here. There's been a lot of, let me grab Lainey from practice since I'm going to be right there, right?
Well, let me take her so you don't have to load up everybody.
Let me take her so you don't have to load everyone up. Just like God has strategically placed people in our life that are able to look at the big picture and say, oh, I can help you in this way. Instead of me even having to say or think about how I might need help, they're kind of one step ahead. Because I can't function very well in the near future. I'm functioning in the present and what has to get done. And it's not even my choice. It's just the situation that we're living in with all the kids.
Because you can plan for the future and things will change too much.
Things do change, right? Yeah. Like, and we plan for the future as much as possible, like looking at the week ahead and what the schedule looks like and who's going to cover what. But there's just so much, and so much changes. And then you have visit times that change, or you have kids that have blowouts when you're trying to load them up for school pickup, or
it's a thing. It is a thing.
It is a thing. And then throwing in coordinating enough G-tube feeds along the way into the schedule and making that work and fit. And it's just a lot. It's a lot to juggle. It's a mental load to juggle. So having people that God has strategically placed in our life that see that chaos that you're living in. And
so let's hold on, just for good context about chaos. Let's describe what it's like getting a new placement that has a G-tube and therapies already in place.
Okay.
Just
this might be a whole episode. I'm not sure how long you want to go with this.
Do the 4-minute high level thing, because it's not like the little guy just got dropped off and you're good. See you in a month. Describe like the first week, just in 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, well, it's a lot of phone calls, a lot of figuring things out. I mean, so he came on a Friday afternoon. He came with his feeding supplies. I was actually told that he can drink thickened liquids and eat food, but he only came with like feeding supplies for bolus G-tube feeds. So the first thing I had to do was call his nurse, to figure out like where the discrepancy is here, because I was told he can drink thickened liquids. He didn't come with any thickener. What rate does he get his G-tube feed at? How much does he get? How often? I didn't know anything. So
just think about that. We're getting a brand new kid in the house, and Whitney does not know the amount of food this kid needs to eat on a given day and what time segment. That's a big piece of information.
Right.
That can be very stressful if you don't have it.
That could be stressful for anyone. I think back to our very first placement who ate food normally.
Yeah.
And she was about the same age, about 15 months. And we soon learned that she would eat anything in front of her, like to the point of too much and then making herself sick. But yeah, you just never know. But when it's G-tube fed, like they're completely reliant upon you for their nutrition, and you need to do it right? Yeah. Like there's pretty typically a hospital directive in place of a doctor's,
Like when you have a G-tube, the feeding plan is almost like a prescription in the fact of how often, how much, how fast, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. How many mLs over a day, which means how many mLs per feed, how many times a day, all that good stuff. Yeah. So I didn't know any of that. So I had to figure all that out with now 7 kids in the house and Jason gone on a Friday afternoon. So the first feed looked a little interesting, and it was fine. We figured it out. I did not do it the typical way because I was like, I'm not sure which way. There's a couple different ways you can do a G-tube feed, so all of that. But
all the ways we had never done one the way we were told to do one with him.
Yeah,
we never did one that way with Leah.
Yeah, the bolus feed,
laying flat on your back.
Oh, and that too. Yeah. And then the nurse was like, yeah, he actually takes it like really well just laying on the floor. I was like, what? Because typically you feed kids in an upright position and then leave them sitting upright for like 30 minutes post feed so they don't vomit it up or aspirate. So it's like, okay.
One thing we will share about our new little guy is Leah, when she was a baby, hated everybody all the time and was sick, and just this little guy is content and happy and much.
Yeah.
Temperament-wise, much better off than little Leah girl was when she was a baby.
Yeah, but it was so just kind of like, when I say chaos, kind of figuring everything out, right? In the midst of still that it's a mentally exhausting thing because you're trying to figure everything out in the midst of caring for.
Well, you're making sure a kiddo
meeting everyone's needs.
You're making sure a kiddo getting fed what he needs to get fed. That's a lot of pressure if nobody gave you any context, right? That's a lot. Yeah.
Right. And it turns out he cannot drink anything. So it's like, okay, someone's lines got crossed.
Just give you a glimpse into the lovely care of foster care. Like people who've been with him for a long time still don't really fully the nurses did, but like,
well, hand, foot, and mouth, all these little details.
So Whitney's figuring out feeds, and then she also has to coordinate how many different therapies.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like. Apparently, he just had a new First Steps eval in June, and it hadn't gone into effect yet. So now all of a sudden, he's getting 3 hours of First Steps a week. And I was like, wait, what?
First Steps is like a young kid state
therapy.
Sponsored therapy is all it is, yeah.
It's a nationwide thing.
Oh, we've had that conversation like 7 times. And
So coordinating that, getting connected with everyone and the First Steps coordinator, that's a 4th person. And then, meeting the GAL, getting connected with her, meeting the visit supervisor, the nursing case manager. There's just a lot of extra people that you get to know, which is great. I love it. I love getting to know everyone, but it's just throwing a lot of extra into a kind of chaotic household. It was just a lot. I'm not complaining. Like,
no, every placement.
I feel like I'm complaining, but it's.
No, you're just giving a glimpse into what it's like.
You told me to tell.
That's all you're doing. Tell the story. Yeah, no, that's what we need to do. We need to tell the story of what we've experienced. And any placement is a lot when they first show up, let alone a medically fragile, higher level need kid like the little buddy we got.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty easygoing. He's pretty good, but
he still has needs that are unique, right? And so, yeah.
So yeah, Whitney
Which
spent
is a whole
the first
thing I guess we won't get into.
First 2 get into what thing?
Just the fact that in DCS world he's a cans one.
Oh yeah. No. But I mean, it's also a fun thing about his case. He's the first foster kiddo we've gotten in a long, long time that feels like his bio parent is
She's
active.
doing it,
She's
man.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see. Like last night, Whitney and I sat and talked and said, like, this could
I'm
be
so excited for her.
one of those things where, what'd you call it? Co-care?
Co-care, yeah.
Where we help, like, if he goes home back to mama, that we're able to help her be successful. Yeah. She's doing it. It's really cool to see.
Yes. Yeah. Very exciting.
What else for this episode? So we're going to get back at it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to an episode every single week yet. Hopefully.
We'll just surprise everybody when we drop one.
I think we can commit to at least every other week. So we'll get you an episode every other week, barring getting new placements or who knows.
Jason.
Stuff.
Okay. So when Jason got back from Hillbilly Weekend Sunday, I had just had 7 children since Friday afternoon. Sunday afternoon, he gets back and he meets little guy and gets to see all the other kids. And, Sunday afternoon feels pretty like smooth and delightful. And he goes, man, like with how much our care community is helping, I think we could probably take another. I was like, you need to shut your mouth
Whitney
right
looked
now.
At me. She looked at me with the fury of 1,000 burning suns. But, oh crap. What was I going to say? Oh, before we wrap up, new little guys, FCM from DCS came by the house Friday to check on him like she needs to monthly. And she paid Whitney one of the biggest compliments we've been paid as foster parents since we've been doing it. What did she say, Whitney?
Yeah, it was really sweet. We were sitting in the playroom. It was her, myself, the 2 1-year-olds and their 2-year-old daughter. And just that, like, the kids are playing, we're talking.
Now, it's a lot of little kids, but they're actually really good overall. Like
they're just
they're
little
funny.
kids, right?
They're great kids.
They're great.
Fun,
they get along great together. They do really well.
They're really cute when they all play together.
When they all want you, they all want you, and that's
the hard part. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But she said, she was like, I thought he was happy before, and I thought he was doing well. She said, I've never seen him look this content or this happy. She actually looked at him and apologized. She was like, I'm sorry, buddy. I thought you were good. Like, but she said, Whitney, I've never seen him look so content and so happy and so at peace. As like she said, you can see it in his face, you can see it in his demeanor. You know how, remember when he first came to us, I told Jason, I'm asking him if he remembers. Do you remember when I said that he's not really playing with toys?
Yes.
Like at first, like I was like, I don't know if he knows how to play with toys. Like he just kind of sits and doesn't do anything. He just kind of
just sits and hangs.
It was really sad. And he's engaging with toys now. And like she witnessed that, right? And like she was like, yeah, like now that you say that, I've seen that too. She said that the daycare he was in was like silent. Like what daycare is quiet? She was like, there was never like any music on. Like the kids were silent. Like I was like, well, I don't think it was a very good daycare.
That doesn't sound good.
Doesn't sound very healthy either.
No. But yeah, just hearing Whitney relay that story of the saying you can like how content, how much better he looks, how much better he seems.
It was really wonderful to hear.
Really good to know that our love for the little guy is penetrating his little soul somehow, and he feels safe, loved, and secure, and it's being expressed.
Yes.
Biggest takeaway for you guys, the listeners. Say yes. Do the small things, even if it feels really scary and crazy.
I think I'd take it one step further. And I'd say don't hold your plans so tightly.
Oh.
Hold them loosely in your hands because you might miss the opportunity for something God is putting right in front of you. If you hold on too tightly to your plans and your expectations and your dreams and what you think everything should look like, you can miss out on beautiful opportunities that God's giving you. And it might be serving in the mundane of your home where no one else sees, right? Like, I get that. It's not. I'm not saying it's easy and it's beautiful.
It's not going to be sexy all the
no,
time.
And I told Jason that like the other day, like he prayed over me because I woke up with a spirit of discontentment, and I just felt like
on a morning where I had just done a Bible study about how important gratitude is in spiritual warfare, right?
Yes. And you were like, I just read about this, and the antidote for discontentment is gratitude. And ever since then, I've thankfully been kind of had a renewal of my mind regularly on the daily that this is specifically where God has placed me. And it may not be beautiful, and it may be a whole lot of diapers, and it may be a whole lot of phone calls and people in the house constantly that like I can't even go for a walk because like there's no time in the schedule just to put the kids in a wagon and go for a walk, right? But this is exactly where he's called me for a purpose, right? And
it is
not to lose sight of that.
It is beautiful. You said it might not be beautiful. It is beautiful. Like it's not.
It is. It might not feel that way.
Like,
but feelings lie.
Getting up in the middle of the night and changing a diaper and holding a kid. That's worship. That's beautiful. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
But not a lot.
But think about the ministry, right? And the opportunity to serve and bless other people. So, yeah, I just wanted to leave everybody with that. All right, you guys, that concludes our
Welcome Back episode.
Welcome Back episode. Back at it. What's that? I wanted to sing that song again. Dream Small's back. All right. Okay, I'm done. All right, you guys. Until next time, keep dreaming small.
Thank you for listening to the Dream Small podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please tap that follow button and leave us a review. It helps other people find my mom and dad's show. If you're on Spotify, please give my parents a follow and a 5-star rating. And wherever you listen, don't forget to share the show with a friend who needs a little encouragement today. You can also follow us on social media to stay in the loop. Instagram at Dream Small Podcast, Facebook Dream Small Podcast, Twitter or X at Dream Small Show, or email us anytime at dreamsmallpodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you, and remember, just dream small. See you next time.